what it is, what it do. You already know who it is. Back again with something different. I decided to mix things up a bit. Instead of just constantly uploading more DDLC content, I wanted to reintroduce more stuff to the channel, what I've already been doing before, to the new people that are joining in. If you're keen to watch more DDLC, don't worry, there'll be more DDLC, but just a little break for people who might not be in it for DDLC. I brought back Katawa Shoujo, and where we left off last time, honestly, I don't remember it because it's been so long. I think where we left off was the track. Oh, I remember. It was the track meet, and we realized Emmy got hurt because she was pushing herself too hard. So, if you're ready to get back into some Katawa, be sure to hit the like button, and let's get into it. I laugh as I exit the office, bumping straight into Emmy. Whoops! Sorry about that. Are you okay? What did the nurse say? Do you need to go to the hospital? Oh my gosh, it was my fault, isn't it? It was my fault, wasn't it? I've been pushing too hard, haven't I? I'm a horrible person! The words pour forth like a torrent. She's really agitated. I didn't expect her to be so concerned about me, to be honest. Why? She likes you, Hisao. Oh, I tell you what, this is a nice change of pace from the excitement that was DDTC. Boy, I tell you what, that DDTC, it hits hard. It hits hard. Gotta calm her down, but how the hell do I do that? I do the one thing I could think of. I give her a hug. Verbatim. Emmy tenses up slightly, so I pat her head in what I hope is a reassuring manner. There, little kitten. Everything will be okay. Hey, settle down, you. I'm fine, okay? No worries. I feel Emmy's body relax as I continue to assure her that I'm fine. Her arms wrap around me, as if trying to confirm that I'm not about to fall over dead. She's just really soaking it in, and Hisao should be paying attention to this, that she's not freaking out. Instead, she feels comfortable. Her body language shows that she's embracing the embrace, and the head patting. Take notes. I catch a whiff of her hair. It smells of sweat, or how adrenaline should smell. It's the smell of activity. And a hint of strawberries. From her shampoo, I suspect. I just need to remember to take my medicine, that's all. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. You sure? Her voice is muffled as you sure? Mostly because at the moment her face is pressed into my chest. Yeah, I'm sure. I just need to take it a little easy for the next few days. It suddenly occurs to me how close the two of us are. It also occurs to me how nice being this close feels. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, come on, don't be shy. You know, there's one way to ask her. Just take the word, not a single word, and just kiss the girl. I don't really know the words to the song, but just come on, just kiss the girl, Hisao. You want it, she wants it, just do the thing. Oh, I know I'm going to title that episode. Oh boy. Anyway, I can feel Emmy's heartbeat calming down, and I have to resist the urge to rest my chin on the top of her head. Yeah, that reminds me, I went, today, or at least the day when I'm filming this, I had to do a project and I saw an old friend of mine. She and I are pretty close, but the problem is she's a foot shorter than me. So, if I was to even attempt to do that, I'd have to bend like all the way bend all the way down.
just to put my chin on her head, it's just not worth it. It'd be funny to see, but it just wouldn't be worth it.
Thank goodness. You really had me worried there, Hisao.
Yeah, Emmy, you gonna come in here anytime soon? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupting? Ah, this freaking guy. The two of us spring apart as if the other just caught on fire. Emmy brushes her hair back nervously and laughs.
Of course not. I'll, see you later, okay? Oh, and Hisao? Take your damn medicine!
I knew she was gonna say it before she even said it. Man, I'm good. And the nurse in the background, just looking smug as all get out. The nurse is just like, my boy. My boy. That last phrase is punctuated by a punch to the shoulder. Why do girls like doing that? Again, when I was with my friend earlier today, she kept punching me in the shoulder for stuff. It's just like a girl thing to do, but girls really like it. I don't know. It's just physical abuse. I mean, not really, but still. Yeah, I'll remember. See you later. The nurse smiles again like he's in on some joke I don't know about, and waves to me as I head for my room, feeling a burning in my cheeks. I need a shower. Cold one, if the thoughts running through my head now are any indication. What kind of thoughts are those, Hisao? Are you thinking lewd thoughts about Emmy? My, Hisao. She was really soft.
You're so soft. You're so soft.
It's like she felt so good. My pills are waiting for me when I make it to my room. I swallow them without a second thought. Come to think of it, my friend was also very soft. Is my friend Emmy? Anyway, moving on. I don't know why I didn't think of waiting until after the runs to take them. For some reason, I figured it was when I woke up or not at all, which is really stupid because you know you're supposed to take them. It's literally a do or die thing if you don't take them, Hisao. But no, they only need to be taken every 24 hours. The exact time and day doesn't factor into it. My thoughts drift back to the hug in the hallway. It's weird. You expect someone to smell foul after a run, but for some reason, Emmy smelled right. That tinge of sweat just seemed to fit her. You know, they did a study on this. I remember. It's like if you feel attracted to somebody, or if somebody's supposed to be compatible to you, the way they smell, especially after physical activity, is appealing to you. Like, more so than normal. Like, I remember they did this study with, like, guys, and they had all the guys do activity to make them sweat in, like, white shirts. Like, look this up. I remember seeing a video about this. And then they hung up the shirts on the clothesline. They asked these different women to come out and smell the shirts and rate which shirt smelled the best to them. And it was nothing more than just the smell of the sweat from the guys when they were doing, like, heavy activity. So there's probably something to it here. But what do I know? That just caught my attention, so I really need that shower. Just thinking dirty thoughts. It's like, oh, she's so soft. And that hair, the way it smells, it's making me feel things I didn't think I'd feel. Oh boy, Hisao. Get it together, Hisao. Get it together. Alright, well, looks like we had that shower. Let's see what happens now. Strange that it feels so natural for me to go up to the roof these days. I never would have done it. I never would have done such a thing in my old school. In those days, I liked to eat alone. No, that's not quite true. Though I like to sit alone, I also like to watch people. I always figured that was the sort of person I was, but it appears I was wrong. Then again, I also thought I was the sort of person who had a normal heart. So there you have it. I don't know myself that well. Now I'm on the rooftop so I can have lunch with a couple of people. And I mean a couple, literally, like 2 or fewer. And they're both girls, which is even stranger. My cousin, Stuart Granger. Oddly enough, I feel closer to Emmy and Rin than I felt to anyone at my old school. Somehow I get the feeling they'd at least visit me if I wound up in a hospital. That's a cheerful thought. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but then again, that's saying a lot if he's closer to these 2 girls that he met, like, maybe a couple months ago, versus all the people he knew in the past couple of years he was as old school with. So he probably didn't really do anything with a lot of people. Whereas here, he's running track, he was involved in mural paintings, he did various club activities. Plus he's been hanging out with Emmy and Rin a lot and learning more about their personalities, their interests, even about their past. Emmy more so than Rin because it's Emmy's route, but nonetheless, he's been very involved with these 2 girls in particular for as long as he's been here. So I could definitely see why he feels so close to them. I focus on the view from the roof, banishing such thoughts from my head. There's a light breeze blowing, and the sun is shining high in the sky. Sun is shining, the weather is sweet, make you want to move your dancing feet to the rescue. Here I am. The sky itself is a deep blue, with hardly a cloud in it. It's gotten pleasantly warm, and as I sit down to wait for my friends, I close my eyes and enjoy the feeling of the sun seeping into my skin. I close my eyes and go to sleep. Voices intrude upon the edge of hearing.
Seems to have fallen asleep on us, Rin.
Maybe he's faking, to lull us into a false sense of security.
Why would he do that?
No idea.
Still, you make a good point. We should kick him or something to make sure he's really asleep.
Huh? What? Emmy looms over me like only a short girl can, peering at me intently.
Oh, you're awake. I guess we don't have to kick you then.
Was it part of your master plan? What are you talking about? To see her panties. Emmy shrugs, her twin tails bouncing with emotion. Sounds adorable.
I'm not sure either. You must be pretty tired to fall asleep out here. Although, it's pretty comfortable, I suppose.
Really? It's a gravelly looking roof. But okay. She plops down next to me and begins to eat. Rin sits opposite from the 2 of us, a move which only makes me more aware of the girl sitting next to me. You see, Hisao, this is because they talked about this. They talked about it ahead of time. To where Rin was like, yeah, that
Hisao guy we've been hanging out with, I totally like him. And I totally want him inside me at some point in time. So Rin, I need you to be a good gal pal and help a girl out here.
And Rin was just like,
I got you, fam. I got you 110%.
If I didn't know any better, I swear Rin did it on purpose. Hisao, keep thinking about that. Just get the gears turning a little bit harder here. I concentrate on my food, trying to tune out the majority of the conversation that Rin and Emmy are having. Despite my best efforts, however, I still find myself glancing over at Emmy whenever she speaks. I notice how she purses her lips when she's thinking about something, squinting slightly as if it would improve her thinking ability. Rin says something that makes Emmy laugh, and I notice, perhaps for the first time, how she laughs with her whole body, rocking back and forth, head thrown back, almost like she's about to fall over. See, this is where you start feeling somebody. You notice the little things. You notice all the little things they do, how they act. You become very hyper-focused. It probably looks like a creep. No, you just getting that rush, that male rush of wanting a female Hisao. That's what it is. It's about this time that I realized Emmy's looking at me. Her voice raised slightly, so she probably just asked me a question. But I'm just too busy staring at her to even realize what she said. Huh? Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a moment there. I was just captivated by your incredible beauty. Emmy rolls her eyes with a slight quirk of the eyebrow, is the only sign Rin's even paying attention.
I sang. Did you get a career survey in your class too? You know, one of those, what do you want to do after high school things.
I don't think so. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow.
What are you going to put down?
That's a really good question. I guess I always figured I'd go to college after high school, but I have no idea what I'd do once I got there. And to be honest, most people don't have an idea what they want to do when they get to college either. The amount of times people change majors, the amount of time they wanted to go on a career path, but they fail a class that requires you to go on that career path. Oh well, guess I can't do that career path anymore. It's a never-ending journey to try to figure out what the heck you want to do with your life. Even after you graduate from college, you can still completely change course to what you want to do with your life. Like, you could get a degree in chemical engineering and end up in finance or something. Honestly, you have no clue where life is going to take you. And that's literally on the boat I am right now. I'm about to graduate from college in a few months. And I have an idea of what I want to do with my life, but it took a long time for me to get here. And who knows where life is going to take me after this. And with the heart attack and all, I've really been concentrating on each day as if it came rather than making long-term plans. Because, you know, today or tomorrow could be my last day on Earth. I suppose I could safely start planning ahead again. I've always liked having at least a vague plan for my future, so it'll be nice to come up with one again. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that right now I've got absolutely no idea. No clue. I always kind of assumed I'd figured out in college. That or maybe just become a salaryman. That's pretty popular. Yeah, and also dull. You know how many people feel very bad about this though, just being a boring salaryman? But do I really want to? That's a tough question. I guess I don't really want to do anything. Same. You don't sound very excited about that one, do you? She laughs as she says this, and I'm caught up in her laugh again. It's just overly girlish. It's so girlish! Raises my testosterone! It's high and giggly like a, well, pardon the cliche, like a babbling brook. It makes you feel manly just listening to it. It bubbles out of her, starting in her belly and working its way up her throat. I can't help but laugh myself. It's infectious. It's the power of a woman admitting her feminine energy herself. When a woman admits her feminine energy optimally to the fullest and brings out the best in men and other women around them. It's a beautiful thing, Hisao. It's a beautiful thing. Women in their absolute feminine, like this right here. Emmy is just unapologetically girlish. She's loving life. She's happy. It's just a glorious thing. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty unhappy with the salaryman idea. But to be honest, I haven't given much thought to the future either. To the future recently. You know, with me almost dying and all. I suppose that these days, I've been more concerned with living one day at a time. Emmy considers this for a moment, and grins. That's a pretty good idea, Hisao. I just wrote down, pirate. I'm momentarily stunned, and then I start laughing. I stop myself and manage to gasp out a question. It's like you're not actually serious, are you? Emmy looks mock offended.
Well, I've got the legs for it already, so I just kind of figured.
Even Rin seems amused by this. She's like, well, I've already lost my legs. You know how pirates walk around with head legs? And you're like, yar, har, fatal mistake. Life of a pirate is me. You know? So.
Just you wait. I'll be the terror of the high seas. I'll show you all! I've even been working on my pirate voice.
She suddenly springs up and starts swaggering up and down the rooftop, shouting orders.
Yar, me mateys! Give 'em a broadside with the long guns! We'll wear their guts for garters!
Do you even know what that means? Rin's unexpected interruption stops Emmy in her tracks.
Not really. But it's all in the delivery.
So cheerful. I love it. The ringing of the bell prevents her from demonstrating her point further. Emmy dashes off immediately, leaving Rin and myself alone on the roof. Rin stares at me intently for a few moments. Is there something wrong? Rin considers this question closely for a moment. After a lengthy pause, she shakes her head. Nope. Oh, why the staring then? Rin shakes her head again. Nope. I don't get it. Get what? The staring thing. You two seem to, but I don't. Great, she saw me staring. Now she probably thinks I'm a pervert or something. Well no, Hisao, listen. She said you two seem to get it. Which means she's also been staring at you. Take a hint. Actually, probably not. This is Rin we're talking about after all. Still, I feel the need to defend myself. I wasn't staring. I was just tired, and I happened to be looking in her direction. What's wrong with that? Rin actually snorts at this, but doesn't say anything. Dumbass. No, really, I was just distracted, is all. Eager to end this conversation, I head back down to class. You know, I thought this was the scene where they were gonna kiss. And I was like, this happens this soon? I had no idea, but no, I guess not. You're gonna have to wait for that payoff a little bit later. Anyway, I'm greeted by the twin specters of Misha and Shizune, of Shizune and Misha, looking like they mean business. Excuse me? Well, Shizune looks like she means business anyway. Misha just looks like she's about to start laughing at any minute.
Up on the roof again, He-chan? You know that's dangerous, don't you?
Dots.
That's right! The school cannot be held responsible for any injuries that come from being up there, you know. Furthermore, we can report you for breaking the rules.
Misha leans in and whispers conspiratorially.
But we won't, He-chan. You three are too cute. You three are too cute together.
She straightens up again, laughing at my sudden blush. Now, it's been a while since I had to do her voice.
You're too easy to tease, He-chan.
That's what I tell my friend all the time. The same one that I saw earlier today that's also like a foot shorter than me. She's too easy to tease too. It's fun. Find someone in your life you can tease easily. Not to the point where they start crying and you hate it, but to the point where it's fun. Like you've earned the right to do that, and it's a nice payoff. Hey, come on. I'm still new here, sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on a newcomer like this?
Nope. It's to help you get acclimated to your new surroundings.
Ah, I see. Well, do you have to be so overzealous about it?
Yep. Ah! That aside, He-chan, we were looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room.
Of course I wasn't. I was out for my morning exercise, or here in class, bright and early. unlike you. Oof. 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 That cuts deep. That cuts deep as hell. Shizune looks peeved, and a beat later, so does Misha. Or tries to, at any rate.
That was because of student conduct business. You should be grateful that we worked so hard for you.
Oh, I am. I am. So what did you need me for? Not another attempt to rope me into their dirty work, I hope.
We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, you dropped it off in your room.
Something? Like what?
A letter. Oh, you'll find out when you get there, Ichan.
Muto entering the room ends our conversation, and we all head to our seats. It's only after I've settled down at my desk and the teacher started talking about something or other that something odd strikes me. What did Rin mean, you two seem to... Ah, see? Now he's thinking about it. Now he's going to put two and two together. Of course, I figured that out right off the bat, but at least Hisao's actually putting the cogs inside of his head to work. Was Emmy staring at something too? For a brief moment, I considered the possibility that Emmy was staring at me the way I was staring at her. But no, that couldn't possibly be the case. Of course that's ridiculous. Why? She likes you too, Hisao. She wants... Never mind. I'm gonna stop. Let me stop. But Hisao, she likes you too, buddy. You just gotta act on it. Still, I can't deny that I wouldn't mind it. That I wouldn't mind if it were true. But it's best not to think of that. No need to get my hopes up. Hisao, you just need to have a little faith, bud. Come to think of it, when did I start having hopes like that anyway? I shake my head in an attempt to clear it and focus on the lesson. You started having hopes for that when you hugged her in the hallway and you were all like, she's so soft, Emmy, do you love me? Why you whining? I've been calling. I'm gonna get that hotline bling. Like, don't leave me, brother. After class, I make my way to my room. Muto really piled on the homework today. That rat bastard. Before I could open my door, however, I'm suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who just exploded out of his room in a flurry of papers. I have to remember how he sounds. Oh. Hey, man. Hey, we need to talk. These rooftop shenanigans of yours, man. Listen. They've got to stop. What? You're running around on the rooftop with the limbless wonders. They're women, man. You'll get yourself killed running around like that. What if they push you off the roof? I don't follow. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses, before what could be understood as an attempt to explain himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you this for your own good. He's like, we're friends? But if I were to kill someone, I'd do it by throwing him off the roof and making it look like an accident. And if I thought of it, you could be sure they thought of it too. They're crafty, almost as crafty as I am. We have to outcraft the crafty. That's how you win. I see. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 500 yen. It's like, I just saved your life. Now pay me 500 yen. I'm sorry? I need you to drink, man. Get your own damn money. I'm inside all day, and the tap water's been compromised, as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock up on something canned, got it? But to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I just saved your life with my timely advice, you can at least spare me 500 yen. Exactly, that's what I said. I just saved your life. Now pay me 500 yen. You know, if it'll make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. I hand the money over to Kenji, who nods and thanks and dashes off down the hallway, but not before he locks his door, with his 27 locks. What an exhausting person. I better go, in case he changes his mind. As I close the door, my heel taps against something lying on the floor. It's a brightly colored rectangle of paper. Ah, this must be the something Misha mentioned before. Probably a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned, handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like that in this day and age anyway? Yet, as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. I was planning on finishing my homework, getting some dinner, and going to bed in order to get ready for tomorrow morning's run. However, this letter has naturally caught my interest. I sit at my desk to examine it properly. Boy, oh boy. Here we go, baby. It's the first piece of mail I've received here at Yamaku, so it feels special even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender, written neatly on the back of the envelope. Iwanako. I have no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred, and Iwanako is the last person I'd expect to want to write me a letter. Last time I saw Iwanako was terribly awkward. Embarrassingly so. She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and then we practically sat in silence for half an hour. How romantic it sounds. She said goodbye, and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. There might have been a natural end to the series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time I didn't speak, made the next time even harder. There's a lot of things I could say to that right now. Maybe it's because he blames her for this. Maybe because he feels awkward about it. Maybe because Iwanako blames herself for putting Hisao in the hospital. Hisao felt that inside but didn't know how to communicate that to her. Either case, it just seems like they both didn't know how to handle the situation properly, and that ultimately costs whatever kind of relationship they could have had. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I could never figure out the right words to say. Okay, so yeah, I was on the right track. I think Iwanako blamed herself for my heart attack. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that if it hadn't been that, then sooner or later, something else would have made my heart give out. It just so happened that my heart gave out at the moment when she confessed to me. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. Yeah, she felt like that part of that she was the reason you were in that hospital bed. And, I mean, you didn't really talk to her to try to make, and you not talking to her didn't really make her feel any better, Hisao. So you kind of screwed the pooch on that one, but at the same time, in your defense, you weren't feeling that great yourself anyway. You probably felt like crap being in that hospital bed, recovering from a life-threatening event like that, so I don't necessarily blame you for not being 100%. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. It's exactly what I said! Carefully, I opened the envelope and drew out the folded letter from within. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year class got put together in Class 3-1 for the final year, so we're pretty much comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third year seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year,
Would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among third years is so nervous. And I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. It's so weird to think we're already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past.
You could say that again, Iwanako. Holy crap.
I wonder where it went. The new first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it.
Yeah, I think I had quite enough of this. I crumpled a sheet of paper and tossed it across my room. My aim is off, screw it. So the letter rolls under my nightstand instead of going into my waste bin. That was an apology for abandoning me. Except I don't know that I really need it anymore at this point. Well, that's kind of a callous way to think about it, Hisao. But you're trying to get on with your life, so I get that. But maybe at some point in time, when you open up a bit, get a bit more, lack of a better word, mature, maybe you'll give it another chance and read the letter with a different perspective. The hospital seemed like a lifetime ago, and here now, I've got other things on my mind, like Emmy. Emmy, for starters. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I worry about anymore. In fact, I haven't even thought about the hospital for what feels like forever until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. Yeah, I'm thinking about exams and school and this cute girl named Emmy who's a track star. And the next thing you know, this letter pops up, man. Just kill him a vibe, dog. I got exams to study for myself. I have no time for the past. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Now, about that homework. Whew. Boy. So, what's the plan for today anyway? I'm waiting patiently in the hallway of the girls' dormitory just outside of Emmy and Rin's rooms. Emmy is apparently helping Rin with getting dressed. You know, so she doesn't have any arms. I suppose that makes perfect sense, as I have no idea how Rin would get dressed any otherwise. Picnic! Picnic? A picnic? The picnic basket?
That's what I said.
Sounds pretty exciting.
I know, right?
Rin chooses this moment to make an observation. The sky seems threatening today. Actually, I noticed that too on my way over. Despite the sunshine from the early morning, the afternoon seems to have taken a turn for the gloomy. There's a heaviness to the air as well that usually heralds a rainstorm. I wonder if I should have brought my umbrella. She's got a point. Emmy, you sure that you still want to risk getting caught in the rain? I don't even know why I bothered asking it. Emmy pops out of Rin's room into the hallway, looking shocked that I even suggest canceling our plans.
Of course! What? Thought the rain's supposed to stop me?
I can't help but grin at her belligerent response. It's almost like she's daring the rain to come. If Mother Nature were walking down the street, I think Emmy would probably start a fight with her. Yeah, it seems like a very Emmy thing to do. Or at least challenge her to a race. In fact, Emmy seems almost aggressively cheerful today. Rin wanders out into the hallway, looking her usual self. Though interestingly, they're dressed in their school uniforms for a casual affair. Well then, are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
Rin nods and says a single word. Basket. Beg pardon? The basket. In Emmy's room. You should carry it. Emmy claps a hand to her mouth, embarrassed.
Oh my gosh! I almost forgot all about it. Nice save, Rin.
Emmy darts into her room and emerges with what looks to be a very well-stocked picnic basket. As she hands it over to me, I note that it feels heavy enough to be one, too. Good lord, how much food did she pack? More to the point, where did she get the money for all this? Don't worry about it, Hisao. Don't worry about it. So, are we set to head out?
Yep.
Rin gives another nod, and we head out of the dormitory. And I can't help but notice how gray the sky's gotten in 10 minutes. In the 10 minutes I was inside. Still, Emmy does not seem concerned by such petty concerns as the color of the sky. She's positively skipping as we walk. Which reminds me, where are we going? This brings Emmy up short and she shoots me an embarrassed look.
You know, I hadn't really thought of that.
So you just thought about having a picnic and just going nowhere in particular?
What do you think, Hisao?
Well, there's a spot where we ate during the festival, but it might be nice to leave the campus for a while. However, I'm not sure of any good places to do that in town. Just as I'm about to open my mouth, Rin unexpectedly interjects with a suggestion. There's a park in town near the art shop.
Great idea, Rin. I totally forgot all about that place.
Crisis averted. Do you know how to get there, Rin? Rin shrugs. It's pretty likely. Well, that's encouraging. Do you know how to get there? It's pretty likely that I maybe know how to get there. Probably. I'm 80% sure I could get there.
Good enough for me.
I'd prefer knowing for sure, but what the hell? Guys, I'm tired. I think I'm just gonna call it here. I need to go to bed. Really, it's late. At least at the time I'm recording this, it's late. It might not be late where you are when you're watching this. But in any case, I hope you had as much fun watching this as I had playing this. I want to thank you for watching. It's been real. It's been fun. Be sure to like the video. It's your boy Jqilin. Ciao for now.